overall feelings of discrimination today?
That it still exists,
Okay.
and many people still do not want to talk about discrimination, and they feel as though that it's something that should have died out, and it should have.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very real in our society, and that is something that we as a society rather not confront.
Okay. Do you feel that you yourself have been discriminated against in any way, in any aspect of your life?
Yeah, I can see different aspects growing up and professionally, which I've felt discrimination. I guess the first real discrimination I felt that I can remember was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Bridgeton. I dated someone out of my own race,
Mm-hmm.
and then I found out that I lost a football scholarship, a local football scholarship, because I dared to date a white girl. And so that was the first case of real overt discrimination.
Mm-hmm.
Then growing up and professionally, yes, I've suffered discrimination also.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess because many people feel that they already know what you're about by the color of your skin.
Mm-hmm.
And so they do not take the time to learn about me, but by the color of my skin, they've already made their judgment of who I am, and what I can be.
Okay, do you feel like that changes when you are in the Tri-County building and in Bridgeton, like when you're wearing a suit and like when people know you, they know that you are Albert Kelly who like runs Tri-County? Do you feel like you were discriminated less, more, anything?
Sometimes in this building, no, I'm not discriminated because I'm the president, CEO.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a rather employee-employer relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Some employees hate me, some employees like me, and some are ambivalent. And I think, it's the norm for anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Outside the building, I still think there is discrimination. I guess a good case in point of not dealing with Tri-County, but in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, I had to return something to a merchant here locally.
Okay.
And I chose to wait till I had a shirt and tie on before I returned the gift back, because I felt as though that I would be taken more serious, and that I was just not trying to commit a fraud with that merchant. So mindful of those type of environment that I'm brought up in and people I face. And so outside this building, yes, I still feel the discrimination still exists. I've been to meetings in which with white coworkers where the people who did not know who I was automatically started addressing my white coworker as president of Tri-County.
Wow.
Rather than myself.
That was my next question. Are you treated differently than coworkers of a different race? So people would assume that your white coworker who was probably under you is the president.
Yeah.
Wow.
It happened, the first time it really happened was in Princeton. I went to a foundation meeting in Princeton. We were going to receive a sizable foundation check, and that automatically assumed that my white coworker was the president. So they invited the coworker to the board table and automatically assumed that I was just in a supporting role.
It's like, so would you say that we should all be treated the same? That would be the social norm, and that discrimination is the deviance of that norm?
Yeah, discrimination is the deviance of that norm.
Okay.
We should be treated equally. We should be seen as equals.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's because of the background of many people who are in power or in our community.
Mm-hmm.
They see me first as a black person rather than as a human being,
Mm-hmm.
as a regular human being.
Mm-hmm.
They see the color of my skin first. And so like I think W.E.B. Du Bois said, we live in two Americas, and I have to have dual citizenship. One as an American, but one also as a black person in America.
Yes.